Ahoy gamers, and welcome back to Titan Quest on the hardest challenge, that being a hardcore solo self-found with all of the curses activated. In today's episode we start off back in Egypt, where we are making our way through Act 2. We take out numerous bosses to continue along the Nile, making our way towards the Great Temples, into the Valley of the Kings. While we make our way through, we decide to select our secondary mastery, that being Spirit, so we can have another summon following us. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And we are back in Titan Quest as we play as a hardcore solo self-found with every single curse in the game. This makes us extremely weak. Oh, we leveled up, nice. 1 HP. This makes us extremely weak. As you can see here with our resistances, they're all minus 50. And we are very weak. If we go over here, total deaths at the moment is 0. So today's episode, we're going to make our way all the way through Act... Just double check what Act this is. Act 2, yes. So we're in Egypt at the moment. So we're going to make our way all the way through Egypt, hopefully today, without dying. Which is going to be easier said than done. What is our build at the moment? So our build is a... So we are currently a nature, pure nature at the moment. So we are summoning a load of wolves and a load of nymphs. They are our main unit. And then we summon this oak of Heart of Oak, which gives us loads of health. And then we have a heal just here. We have this, which tells our enemy, our animals to attack a certain unit. We are likely to go for selecting master. We're likely to go for something like, is it Storm? I think it's Storm, where this is a good minion to have. And then I think there is also another minion here somewhere. It's either going to be Storm or it's something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. Nimbus is also another, this just assists your pets. So we're going to have a little look, but we can't do anything until we level up anyway. But at the moment I'm thinking of a Storm. Yeah, I think it might be this one. This Nimbus, which is just a storm which follows you around and attacks players with cold and lightning damage. And this one over here is also another summon as well. So both very useful. But we'll start this quest. So I believe at the moment we are just having to look for... We're looking for a scroll of invocation from a library nearby. And this guy will give me a side quest to go and find some stuff in this town. You can see here we can summon a number of our pets. So there's our nymph, there's our doggos. You can see that they also have the debuffs on them as well, which is not ideal. However, that's obviously why we're doing this. We want this to be as difficult as possible. Summon our doggo. We'll be just jumping in and out of this as we make our way through Act 2. When we get to any bosses, anything along those lines, we'll just jump back in. I'm not sure how many nymphs and how many doggos I can have. It's been about a good old month since I last played this. I'm going to try and get these videos out probably once every 2 weeks until probably Titan Quest 2 comes out. I'm going to have a Diablo 2 video come out one Friday, then a Titan Quest come out the following Friday. But that's at least my intention. So we'll jump back in when we get to any of the bosses in Act 2. I don't know when the next boss will be. Okay, you can only have 2 doggos out, which is good to know. And I can only have 1 nymph by the looks of it. That's also good to know. Let's make our way through these slums and we'll see you shortly. Here we are, kind of our first kind of boss. This is our first side quest. We're in the slums, we've done a bit of exploring. I did walk past this guy a couple of times. Got some elite jackal berserker here. We just need to keep running around and he's down. Awesome. That is the family sword quest done. Now hand that back in. I can't remember what all of these quests give me. But that's kind of the first somewhat boss done. I realised at the beginning of this video I was running really quickly. There is an option when I'm not recording. I have this on fast or very fast just to speed through the game. Yeah, I'll stop speeding through the game when I get to, is it the 4th act in China? Because that's as far as I've actually ever gotten in the game. So I'd like to go through it slow time and kind of learn what the game's all about. But yeah, we're going to go hand in this quest. Let's go see what reward we get. If we won't get attacked, that'd be great. And there we go. Let's go see what reward we have. I'm not sure. Once again, I have no idea what all the rewards are. So we'll see in a second when it finally loads. Also, I'll turn this back on to very fast. Where are you? Boop. It's very fast. There we go. You can see how much quicker we run now. It does look a bit weird on recording, but that's fine. Ooh, we've got a load of experience and we've got essence, that's quite good actually. That's not the essence we got. That's the one we got. Okay, that's fine. So I believe this is the kind of first act boss of Act 2. This is this Scarab King. I should have put this back down to normal. There we go. Right, Scarab King, here we go. Right, everyone just attack the Scarab King, please. I'll just put heals on people as and when required. Just got to keep running around in circles. And it doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. Just got to keep healing my wolf. Well, everyone's been attacked. This one's been attacked. I am slowed by this poison, which is not ideal. It's doing a lot of pepper damage. There we go. Just got to dodge this poison whenever I can. And then throw the odd heal out when I can as well, because it is on quite a long cooldown. But here we go. Desert King's about to be taken care of. Come on, down you go. Almost there. This isn't too bad on the hardest difficulty. Well, with all of these curses. Because, well, if we don't get hit, we just have all of our minions doing all the damage for us. We can just keep kiting like that. And let's open the majestic chest. Gave us a rigid carapace. Is there anything here that's good? And we'll pick it all up. I'd have a look. If I find any good loot, I'll obviously showcase it. And here we're going to go pick up the Scroll of Invocation. And come on, give me the scroll. And that should be that quest done. So now I have to take it to, is it Imhotep? Take it to someone in the temple of, I'm not going to pronounce that. I'm going to butcher that one. So you just have to continue on, which is completely fine. Now I've come across this big crocodile hero here. Oh no, he stunned me. Oh no, run away. Okay, I've already lost my nymph, which is not ideal. Okay, let's try and clear out all these extra mobs first. Let's bring out my nymph again. Just want to try and keep moving away from this boy. Attack the Overseer, please. He has a shield charge. Let's try and run away. And I think the Overseer's almost down. The Overseer is now down. Perfect. And let's aim for the next one. Try and take on this Overseer, please. Just want to keep running around in circles here. And quick heal. Quick heal on myself. Attack the Overseer. And then I'm guessing the boss is probably going to shield charge me in a second again. Overseer should be down. There we go. There's a shield charge. Quick heal on myself. Come on. Come on. Walk out. There we go. It's a bit dangerous having that shield charge, but hey, it's fine. Alright, let's everyone attack the boss. That was a bit risky. Hero monster down, which is fine. And he gave me a Grim Angron of Frost, which is pretty cool. That is it. Well, that's another hero character down. Let's keep making our way. So we haven't made our way very far through the game, to be honest. Very far through this act, I should say. We are directly through the chambers where we were in the library. And coming up here, we're going to have a boss mob, I believe. This boss mob will give us a... So this is a quest, which is this side quest here, Beast of Legend. Reason why we're doing this one, sometimes I'm happy to skip some, but there should be, inside this cave, there will be a Beast of Legend, believe it or not. This will give us 7,500 quest experience, and it will also give us two skill points, which will be huge. So that should, one, level us up, and two, should give us... Ooh, a set piece just dropped. Nice. I do like that obsidian set piece. So as I was saying, it will give us a level, and it should also give us 2 skill points, so we can then start our secondary mastery. There's the Beast of Legend, as you can just see there. He's just bonked down. Well, one of my wolves are very low health now. And it looks like I'm not able to heal it, but there we go. Beast of Legend is down. Never mind, that didn't level us up, but we're so close. So, did a little bit of research. We're going to go for Spirit instead. So here we are, Spirit. We're going to put, because Spirit you get this. Where are you? Here. You get the Lich King, which is a really powerful mob. You also get the Outsider. You get some good, relatively good skills here as well. So you can put Ward on myself. So if I go below 15% health, I gain some health back, which is really useful. You get this Soul Vortex. This is also a really good Circle of Power, which puts a totem on the floor and keeps enemies stationary. A Protective Ward, which is once again very useful. It costs 1 energy per second, so that's probably very useful to have on me. Because it affects not just me, but nearby allies as well, and it damages undead. Death Chill Aura, once again a very useful skill to have. Reduces enemy movement, and I have a life drain as well. So I think we're probably going to put 1 point on here. We're going to give ourselves the Diminishing Aura, or Death Chill Aura as it's called. And we're going to put that on down here. We're going to come off here, and Death Chill Aura is going to cost 1 energy per second. But here we go. A deadly chill radiates from the character, slowing the attack and movement of enemies as it diminishes their life. So when I come close to enemies, they're going to take a little bit of extra damage, and it's going to slow them down. So if we come around here, these mobs should be slightly slowed. Should be slowed. However, it is level 1 of that skill, so I'm not expecting it to be perfect. We are going to try and get to Lich King as soon as possible, without negating our skills down here, because in bold, Earthbind's a good skill. I want my Nymph to be stronger. I also want to level up. Realistically, I want to level up most of these, to be quite honest. And here we are. We've made our way to the lower temple, or the temple of Patar, and looks like it's already destroyed. So we now need to make our way up the Nile, all the way to the city of Memphis. And I'm not sure whether... okay, there are some enemies here. Because I actually do have the Steam community map open next to my screen here. So I know that this place has a tomb, fine. Has Inen, 2 tombs actually. Has a guy called Inen, which is a mob. So yeah, we can go and make our way there. We'll probably jump back in when we fight Inen. See, I think he's a quest, but we'll see. And we are heading into Memphis. Before we get into Memphis, there is this quest here. We have to take on a few of these mobs. So there's a fair few of them I think we have to take out. Yeah, these Shadow Stalkers. So as we take them out, we just have to be careful. Because they do a lot of damage. Just need to keep running away from them. As you can see, we've got a few extra skills now. So we've got this one, which we had before. We've got this new one, which is Spirit Ward, which makes undead essentially weaker. They do less damage to us, which is great. Although obviously these are kind of demons, but it's good to have it always on. It only costs 1 energy per second. So fine, I can live with that. And then here, so these are on demons, so they don't really count as undead. But hey, we have it activated all the time anyway. Just want my doggos to take as much damage as possible. If they would, that'd be great. I think I'm stunned. Never mind. Come on, doggos, do the damage. It's annoying that they're focusing on me. I'd like a minion of some sort that had a taunt, so they wouldn't focus on me. But hey, that's wishful thinking. I guess I do have to tank from time to time. It's good for me you've got such a huge life pool. There, we killed the hero monster. I actually don't know what we get as reward for this, so we're going to clear out the rest of them. We're going to see what we get for reward. There's a few Shadow Stalkers up here. Looks like there's 5 left. So we probably shouldn't try and tank this. Try and move around as much as possible. So one positive of us having this aura, which slows the enemies down, is, well, it slows them down so I can run away. Right, let's go and hand this quest and see what we get. Oh, space pauses. Oh, we've got a rune of thunder. Don't really need that. That's a shame. If it gave that extra damage to my minions, that'd be perfect. But alas, most of these, I haven't found very many things that give any bonuses to my minions, which is a shame. It does make a minion build slightly harder. Oh, there's a hero up here. I didn't realise this. When you take on this hero, Memphis is just follow this path where you see the rebirth fountain. That's where Memphis is. So we'll just jump back in after we've ran into Memphis, and we're going to head into the next zone, which I think is the Pyramids of Giza, which would be pretty cool. And here we are. We've got a quest here, which is we'd find his son. I think something's happened to his son, or his brother or son. I can't remember what this quest is. What does it actually say? Missing brother. There we go. We did level up again. We put all of our points into Spirit Mastery. So in the next level, we'll be able to get ourselves the Summon Lich, which would be pretty cool. You did just see the boss there. This big doggo here, the Ancestral Guardian. So we're just going to set our boys to attack him. Oh, that was a lot of damage to my... Just absolutely wiped out all my nymphs. We are going to lower this. No, that's one button. We're going to lower the speed of this back to normal. I've been playing on fast just to speed through the game. Right, let's try and get my doggo back. Easier said than done. Okay, that doggo down. That doggo down. That doggo's dead as well. Right. As long as we're away from the fire, unlike the nymph there, get ourselves another doggo. And we should be okay. The doggo's probably going to die here. He just walked into a load of fire. Oh no, he's okay. He's okay. He's a good doggo. Right, come on, half health. I don't really want to tank any of this damage, to be honest. If I can help it. Never mind, we just took a load of damage there. Go on, move away from the doggo. Okay, loads of damage there on our dogs. Nymph is down as well. I think Nymph is probably the way forward in this boss fight. Just because she's ranged. Let's bring down the Nymph then. Heal the doggos. And drink my own potion. And that's killed the nymph. Never mind. She lasted a while. However, at least the boss is almost down. If we stand... There we go. Boss is now down. Perfect. Open the chest. I don't know what this gives us. Just some random loot. Okay, fine. What do you give me?
It's dead, isn't it? It's as if some...
Okay, what are you going to give me?
I should have told Dathari.
Okay, I think I have to head back to town. So we'll go back to town. We'll hand that quest in later. Looking at this, it gives me 10,000 experience. So looking at how much experience I've got, that's going to be all. I've got... I didn't realise I had 4 levels to use. There we go. Still got 0 deaths, as you see there. We're going to just head back out. We'll see you... So we are in Giza. If I can't zoom out to the outside world. We are in the Giza Plateau, which is slowly clearing this area out. I know there's a boss at the very end of the Giza Plateau, and there's also another boss, I think, inside one of the Sphinxes, which we'll get to shortly. And here we are within the Great Sphinx. I believe we have a boss in here. The Invocation, which looks like there's a loads of these. Let's take these out first, these devices, because they will spawn more and more mobs. If I can stay as far away as possible, that'd be perfect. Okay, once we kill one, looks like that spirit's now inside this construct. Can we take on the construct? Ooh, that doesn't take very much damage. Okay. However, we're not taking very much damage either. So we could... It's going to be really boring, but we're just going to stand here and just tank this. I think it's safe to put this on a slightly faster... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, one of my dogs is tanking this. I can tank this boy here. This undead. Yeah, this is completely fine. We'll probably jump back in when this boss is over. I don't know if there's anything else in this crypt. I don't think there is. So we'll probably jump in at the very end. And there we go. I sped this up because that took ages. And here's the Hand of Balance, which we need for the main story quest. There we go. And we are done in the Great Sphinx. We're now going to search the other 2 temples in the Giza Plateau. And then we'll make our way to... I think the next location will be... There's a boss somewhere, isn't there? No, there is a boss in the Temple of Tomb, where you need to get the Eye of Chaos. So that's going to be our next fight. So I found this random cave. I think there might be a boss in here. I think. My guide says nothing about being a boss in here. So we'll see. As you can see here, we've got the Lich King. He's pretty cool. He does so much damage. He's just one zap just melts things. But he is quite squishy. So I do need to be careful with him. So there it is. I do obviously have my game on very fast. Just to speed through. And I just took a load of damage there. So I just need to keep running around circles. And the monster boss is down. Perfect. Let's see what loot he has back here. There should be some loot somewhere. Okay, if there is no loot, not the end of the world. The experience is enough of loot. I'm happy with just the experience. Oh, there's a coffer back there at least. There's at least small wins. And here we go. Let's go and try and take on this boss here. I'm pretty sure there is a boss here. I'm just waiting for this to come off cooldown. And the Lich King is back. Let's heal my doggos up. Let's change this back down to normal speed. Boop, there we go. And let's go. Give this boss a go. Open the gate. Presuming there's the Scorpion King. Trying to keep away from him where possible. Hopefully my ads can take care of him. Or my summons. Okay, looks like all my summons just died there. Not ideal. Let's see if I can drop down a nymph. And my Lich King is... Well, the Lich is already down. Okay. He is doing a lot of damage to everything. Let's just keep running, I guess. And he's half health at least. This isn't too dangerous. He just does a load of AoE poison like that. And so you might be able to hear me clicking quite furiously. It's quite annoying trying to click on each individual mob just to heal them. It's probably the biggest annoyance of this game is that there should be like a radius near the companion you're trying to heal. But just like that, the Scorpion King should be down. There we go. Awesome. So this should give us the Eye of Chaos, which is just here. Awesome. So now in the story you have to go back to Memphis to hand everything again. We're not going to go back to Memphis just yet. You can actually go 2 different ways. So instead of going through the way you wanted to get all the way back to Memphis, there's another path which is about here, which takes you all the way back to Memphis, but takes you through this gate here. No, or is it this gate? I think maybe this gate here. So you can come all the way back round, do a big circle and come back on yourself. So we're going to do that just to get as much experience as possible before you head back to Memphis and then move on to the next area. I think there's one mini boss in the, if I do this route, I think it's called the Sobek Plateau. Looking at it, there's not a mini boss, never mind. So we'll just jump back in when we get to Memphis. That is everything added into Imhotep. Always a bit spooky. So he gave us 2 tribute points. Perfect. More HP, more intelligence. I'm going to be really smart by the end of this.
Why this had you not
I don't know what this is for. Head of a spell scroll? I can't see what quest this is for. But whatever. We're going to now head towards the Valley of the Kings. To go through there, we need to go through the next map, which is the Nile. Make our way up the Nile to the Temple of Set. Then from there, we're going to the Valley of the Kings. So we are very slowly making our way towards the end of Act 2. And here we go. This should be one of the last bosses in Act 2. Open this door. It's going to prove to be a boss. Tolkien, Egypt. Akatozi. Oh, he's almost killed my Lich already. So I just need to keep moving. I need to try and keep my doggos alive. I think that's good. I'm not sure. Okay, he's just spawned a load of copies of himself. See if I can try and keep my doggos alive. Okay, one of the copies are down. Looks like we're just attacking the boss now. Go on, doggo, tank this. Rather you tank this than me. So far, so good. Let's resummon another doggo. Let's try and keep... There we go. Got a tablet from this. It's not an iPhone, but it's fine. I'll take that tablet. There's a terrible joke. I do apologise. Right, let's grab all the loot. That is the penultimate boss of this act, which is pretty cool. And doesn't look like I've got any loot that's good. That's fine. We did have this that dropped. No, okay, that's fine. Back to Mr. Imhotep, and he will tell me where to go next. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure we just head back to town, which should be Thebes. From Thebes, I think you head towards the next temple, which is the temple of I'm not going to pronounce that. Imhotep will tell me where to go.
You defeated the Tolkien?
You defeated the Tolkien? Where does it tell me where we need to go? Okay, the Sickle of Kronos. So we're heading towards that temple of Hatshepsut. That temple place. It will take us to Babylon. So this is the end of the act. I think that may have even been the last boss of the act. But he gave me 2 skill points, which is amazing. So I've been putting loads of skill points into Lich King. I want him to be as strong as possible, just to do that extra bit of damage. Then any extra skill points have been putting onto my heals and the Heart of Oak, because the Heart of Oak gives everyone a considerable amount more health. Every skill point gives everyone an extra 5% health, which is huge. So my health pool at the moment is pretty considerable. And Mrs Rothmer is going to pronounce the temple's name.
It's Hatshepsut.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to be called. Thank you.
Hatshepsut.
Thank you very much. I can't pronounce
My
that
weapons
at
and
all.
armor are simply the...
And we are coming to the final room of Act 2. We've got Sand Wraith Lord, Nightmare of the Desert. Let's put our game back to normal speed, shall we? Let's see what this guy has to offer. Okay, he's done some form of spell on me. Let's see if we can take on his wraiths first. Okay, they're attacking my lich. I think my lich is about to go down. Can I heal him before he goes down? No, I wasn't able to heal him. That's fine. I can resummon him. And let's try and keep my doggos up. But the Wraith Lord's almost down already, which is good. So my doggos are a lot stronger now. We've got this Heart of Oaks leveled up. There we go. That is the final boss of Act 2. We are a lot stronger now. Now we actually put in our skill points in the actual skills rather than pushing up our masteries. Ooh, what is that? That looks like something we could probably use. No. We could use it, but it doesn't really benefit that much. I'm trying to look for a artifact which gives us a bonus towards having pets, or like a summoner's one. I think they're called beast calling. So we're going to grab all of this. So we're not going to end this, unlike previously where we ended the video as soon as we got to the next act. We are going to interact with the altar. We're going to go through the portal to Babylon. We're going to click yes. I don't know whether there's a cutscene. I don't think this game has cutscenes between the acts. And once we get through... Oh, okay. I was going to say we're going to go through till we get to the first town. But we're already at the first town. As you can see, my minions are running off, so that's not a good sign. And there is this geezer here. Geezer. There's this guy here. So the furthest we've ever gotten in this game is halfway through this act. So that's a good sign. We have almost caught up to the furthest I've ever gotten. So this is slightly better than what I've got. Do I want to change? No, we don't. So we're just going to sell our inventory here. There is one thing that we've been able to get while we've been playing is this currency here. This one right here. I've forgotten what it's called. If it's like Electra or something along those lines. We can now use that before we end this episode. And go all the way back to Helios in Act 1. And because we're back here, we can go to the camp, to this... I've forgotten what this place is called. This temple. There we go. Temple of Heaven's Pact. We can come in here. And I think we can spend some of this that we've gained, some of this Electra. I think we can. I could be wrong. So I can go over to Altar. Nope. There we go. Electum. So these will go up in amplitudes of like, I think it's like a couple thousand each. So we're going to start with this far left hand one. What does that give us? Antiquity Orb, this first one. Let's see what it gives us. And a load of money, load of potions. Okay. So that essentially gave us a load of junk. Which is fine, I guess. So this one also contains a secret key fragment. Did it contain a secret key fragment? I don't think I picked one up. Interesting. So it should have contained a secret key fragment. Interesting. So we might not get that one again. I think they have a chance to give you a secret key fragment, because that one didn't seem to give me anything. No, I don't think it did. Or at least if it did, I didn't pick it up. There's nothing on the floor. That's fine. Because there's a secret passage here, which you can go in. And I don't know whether having that secret key passage, secret key fragment unlocks anything in the Heaven's Pact. Because this is a completely dead end. Unless there's something we can now do in here. We'll see. Okay, there's a big boy there. He's a pretty cool looking mob. And there's this here. So I'm guessing over time this gets rebuilt. So it looks like we can continue. But I generally don't know. Hey. We'll end this video here. So obviously we now made it all the way through Act 2. We can now start Act 3. Which is in the Orient. And hopefully we can do quite well. Hopefully we can survive. We've obviously still got 3, 6, 7, 8. 3, 6, 7, 8. We've still got all of the debuffs on us. So we'll end this video here. If you made this far, thank you much for watching. The next video of Act 3 should be out in about 2 weeks' time, because we're alternating each week between this and Diablo 2. As per usual, we've got a few links in the description below. One of the links is to my Discord channel. If you want to join the Discord, small community, slowly growing, you're more than welcome to join. If you have any hints or tips or tricks on Titan Quest, let me know. And then the other two links I've got down below are to two different YouTube channels. One is to Mrs Rothmers YouTube channel, where she does fantasy lore, stuff to do with like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Warhammer, that type of stuff. That tickles your fancy. Have a look over there. And finally, I have my own. We have a joint YouTube channel where we are playing, collecting, painting, building, doing anything to do with the Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, and Lord of the Rings battle strategy games. So any of the tabletops, that's something you like to watch, have a look over there. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and as per usual, peace out.